Russia successfully tested the Sarmat intercontinental ballistic missile (ICBM) with President Vladimir Putin, boasting the nuclear-capable projectile will make Moscow's enemies think twice. Putin was shown on television being told by the military the missile had been launched from Plesetsk in Russia's northwest and hit targets in the Kamchatka Peninsula in the Far East on Wednesday. Putin told the army in televised remarks, "I congratulate you on the successful launch of the Sarmat intercontinental ballistic missile. This truly unique weapon will strengthen the combat potential of our armed forces, reliably ensure the security of Russia from external threats, and make those who in the heat of aggressive rhetoric try to threaten our country think twice." The new missile has the highest tactical and technical characteristics and is capable of overcoming all modern means of anti-missile defense. It has no analogues in the world and won't have for a long time to come. The head of the Russian state aerospace agency called the launch in northern Russia a present to NATO. The Sarmat is a new heavy ICBM that Russia is expected to deploy with 10 or more warheads on each missile, according to the United States Congressional Research Service. It has been under development for years, and so its test launch is not a surprise for the West, but it comes at a moment of extreme geopolitical tension over Russia's war in Ukraine. Igor Korochenko, editor-in-chief of Russia's National Defense magazine, told RIA News Agency it was a signal to the West that Moscow was capable of meting out crushing retribution that will put an end to the history of any country that has encroached on the security of Russia and its people. U.S. Department of Defense spokesman John Kirby said Moscow properly notified Washington of the test following its obligations under the 2011 New START Treaty, which placed limits on the two countries' nuclear weapons. Kirby added that they were not surprised by the testing, which he said was routine. He added that they remain focused on Russia's unlawful and unprovoked aggression against Ukraine. Douglas Berry, a senior fellow for military aerospace at the International Institute for Strategic Studies, said, "The launch was an important milestone after years of delays caused by funding issues and design challenges. More tests would be needed before Russia could actually deploy it in place of aging SS-18 and SS-19 missiles that were well past their sell-by date. The Sarmat's ability to carry 10 or more warheads and decoys, and Russia's option of firing it over either of the Earth's poles, posed a challenge to ground and satellite-based radar and tracking systems. This complicates where you've got to look." Meanwhile, the Pentagon said on March 2 it postponed a test of its own Minuteman III ICBM to avoid escalating tensions over Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Launching the Ukraine invasion on February 24, Putin made a pointed reference to Russia's nuclear forces and warned the West any attempt to get in its way will lead you to such consequences that you have never encountered in your history. Days later, he ordered Russia's nuclear forces to be put on high alert. The prospect of nuclear conflict, once unthinkable, is now back within the realm of possibility, United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres said last month.
Ping it, ping it, ping it, ping it, ping it.